This prison story is about when I had to put that knife on the cat that didn't want to give me his Thanksgiving tray that he owed me. Now, before we get in this story, I need for y'all to do me a favor, okay? Since it is Thanksgiving, I need for y'all to tell me, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Me, I'm going to go with, oh man, it's a hard one. I'm either going to say my mother-in-law dressing or my wife greens. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? All right. So anyway, now in prison, Thanksgiving is one of them days where they actually set aside, the administration, they put a budget to the side. You know, normally we eat in, prison food, slop or whatever. But for Thanksgiving, they roll out the red carpet. They give you turkey, honey ham, dressing. Well, it ain't the real dressing. It's really stovetop. But who's complaining? We in prison. Macaroni and cheese. They got the real cranberry sauce, greens, Hawaiian rolls, pumpkin pie, apple pie, cherry pie. They roll it out for us, y'all. So how can I put this? So when you look at that, and this is like a once a year thing, it's going to be tensions high. There's going to be a lot of foolery going on. There's going to be a lot of violence taking place behind the scenes because people are trading trades and expecting trades, and they giving things away for the Thanksgiving tray. Now, in my case, this white guy came to me and was like, "Hey, Dante, listen, man, I'm a diabetic. Can I get, a couple items from you and you can have my Thanksgiving tray?" I said, "Yeah, well, what you want? Because, shoot, I need that. I need that all day." So he was like, just give me 10 packs of ramen noodles and let me get three Colgate's toothpaste. I said, all right, bet, I got you. So I hit them off with the items. Bam, boom, we good. So now I got one tray, including mine's two. So then this black dude, I never met this guy, right? Dude was maybe about 22, 23 years old. And he was from Detroit. Now, for those that don't know, yes, I was born in Detroit, okay? I maybe spent throughout my whole life, I'm 37 right now, but throughout my whole life, I maybe spent, maybe 6 years in Detroit. Majority of my life, I spent in Flint, Michigan, and Atlanta. So, but right now, it's kind of really Flint, Michigan. So, anyway, he's from the D. He's from Detroit. So, he come to me, he like, "Hey, man, I heard about you that you giving food away for trays or whatever." I said, "Yeah." Now, normally, y'all, I don't normally do big business with people that I just met or, that's coming to me new. I had to have already a relationship with you to even do a trade like this, right? Because I know it can get crazy. It's Thanksgiving and, you don't know what people want, what their motives. So for me to ensure myself, I usually don't deal with people with large items that's new. But nevertheless, since he's from Detroit, I said, I do it. So I asked him, what did he want? And he was like, "Shoot, man, I'll take 5 honey buns. Let me get a pack of Reese cups and let me get a couple of Sprites." And I said, "All right, I got you." Now, when I gave him the items before he walked out the cell, I told him, like, "Listen, I don't know you, but you know me. So when that tray come around 3 o'clock, I need my tray or I'm going to do something to you. I just want you to know." He like, "Oh, no, OG, I got you, OG, man. I ain't gonna." I said, "Listen, I never did no business with you before. But I'm letting you know right now, if you take these items from me and you don't come with that tray, just know whatever happens to you, afterward, ongoing, it's going to be because of you. I don't want to hear no excuses, no talk. Just have my tray. He was like, dang, OG, you don't got to be that aggressive. I said, all right, I done told you. So he got the items and he bounced out the cell, right? It's about maybe 1 o'clock. And I ain't eat nothing. I ain't eat nothing. I ain't eat no breakfast because I'm making room for this Thanksgiving dinner, man. Let me ask y'all a question. Since it is Thanksgiving, I know this might be a question that nobody ever really thought about, but do y'all ever eat breakfast on Thanksgiving? You know what I'm talking about? Or do y'all wait like me and just don't starve yourself until it's time to eat? Put that in the comment section. Let me know. It did. Another thing I want to know in the comment section. Come on, y'all. Listen, y'all. I know y'all want me to get back to the story, but I'm going to get back to the story. But come on, we rocking out right now, you know. I want to talk to the audience, and I want y'all to talk back to me. So let me know in the comment section, what time do y'all typically eat? Do y'all eat at noon, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock? What time is Thanksgiving dinner with y'all families? Put it in the comment section. Me, this year is gonna be 4 o'clock. All right. So let's get back to the prison story. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I got 2 hours to wait. So I'm just laying on my back, just counting down the time, right? And I actually take a little nap. Now, boom, it's time. So we all in our cells or whatever, and they come down the tier, man. That food was smelling so good. Oh, Lord, right? So they pop our cells and everybody filing out, everybody coming out, right? Now, they make sure that they got 5 guards in there on these carts. Because, you know, dudes like to hurry up and grab a tray and, you know, tuck it somewhere and then grab another tray. And, you know, it's going to come up short, right? So the guards is on it. As soon as you get your tray, take your back to your cell and you get locked in your cell, right? Because last year, dudes was doing that and it almost caused a riot. So, you know, I get up there, I grab my tray, and as I'm going to my cell, you know, the white dude come up to me and he hand me the tray and I bounce up in the cell and, you know, they close it, they lock it. So I got my first tray, right? Actually 2 trays, my tray and the white guy tray. So, okay, I'm going over the meal. You know, I'm putting the dressing. I'm stacking the dressing up, stacking the macaroni and cheese up. Got the honey ham right here. Got the turkey over there. I done scooped the gravy off over here, put it on the rice, all that, man. So I'm sitting here and I'm waiting on, you know, the youngin, the black dude tray, right? And I see him walk past my cell, and he don't have nothing in his hand. So I hurry up and bounce up to the cell. I'm like, hey, man, where that tray at? He was like, man, I ain't got it. I said, what? He was like, I ain't got it. Now, let me tell y'all something. You gonna hear, I ain't got it. You gonna hear, man, I owe somebody. You gonna hear this type of verbiage, this type of talk all throughout the pod. Because I wasn't the only person that got fucked over on the tray. A couple other guys did, right? For one reason or another, but this ain't about their story. This is about my story, how I got screwed over on Thanksgiving off of a tray. So I said, hey, man, come here, man. And, you know, he turned around with attitude, with mad attitude. And he was like, man, I ain't got it, man. I said, what you mean you ain't got it? He was like, man, listen, I owe somebody a tray and I forgot. And I had to give it to him or he was going to do something to me. I said, let me tell you something. Go get my motherfucking tray, man. I don't give a how you go get it. Just go get my motherfucking tray. And he was like, man, what can I do, man? What you want me to pull out my ass, man? I said, listen, I told you a couple hours ago, before you take these items that I'm giving you, that food and all that shit I gave you, that you better have my shit, man. This is why I told you, don't take this shit, man, unless you, I said, you know what? I bet. Go get my shit, man. Go get all the shit that I gave you. He was like, all right, man, I apologize. I said, man, don't apologize. Just go get my shit, man. So he done walked off and he done came back. Now, he gave me a bag. Now, everything I gave him, it fitted in his hands, right? Well, not his hands, but how can I put it? You know what, like when you cradling a baby, like that. All the items was like that, right? But he bought me a bag. And when he gave me the bag, it felt kind of light. Now, remember, y'all, I'm still locked in my cell, right? So I get the bag and I set it down. Now, in my head, you know, because I'm the store guy. I got so much food up here, it don't even matter. But in my head, I'm thinking like, all right, whatever. So I want to get back to my food before it get cold, right? So I get over there and I get to smash them. And I start on the collard greens. Then I get over there on the turkey. Then I get over there on the macaroni and cheese. Then I scarf down the Hawaiian rolls. Yeah. Dante I was fat. I was pigging out, y'all. So I'm laid up on the bed, right? And there was a couple of Muslims in there, right? And they came to me like, hey, because now at this time, they done popped the doors and everybody can come out. And, you know, a couple Muslims came through and was like, hey, Dante, salam alaikum. And then I get up like, wa alaikum salam. And they're like, hey, man, you want to trade anything off? We got this ham. Now, it's like 6 Muslims in here, right? So you got 6 honey hams right here. Well, actually, they gave us 2 slices of honey ham. So that's 12 slices. So I said, hell yeah, man, come on. Right? So, again, another brother walked in like, salam alaikum. I said, wa alaikum salam. And, you know, I'm like, what y'all want? I said, like, listen, this what I'm doing. All right? I'm going to show y'all a little love, right? I'm going to show y'all a little love because Allah knows best. Now, I'm going to give y'all 2 items. Either you can get a soda or a soda and some noodles or soda and a bag of chips. Now, I know some of y'all might be wondering, like, hold up, Dante, what is soda? Because we call it drink. We call it pop. Let me tell y'all this, okay? Because I noticed when I was living in the South, everybody would say drink or soda. But up north, we call it pop, right? In Michigan, we call it pop. So I guess this is another question, y'all, for the audience. What do y'all call it where y'all at, in y'all area, in y'all region, in y'all country? We call it pop in Michigan. In the South, I know they call it soda and drink. But y'all let me know what y'all call it, right? So I take care of the ox, right? They all want Pepsi and Doritos or Pepsis and Lay's chips. So I get them that, and I got my 12 pieces of honey ham, right? Now I'm full, y'all. I can't eat this. So you know what I do? I got like some bread, like 2 loaves of bread. And so I start making sandwiches and I put them up, right? So nevertheless, I'm laying there and I take a nap because I got the itis. I'm full and I just want to lay here and just go to sleep, man. I done overate, right? I done pigged out. I was gluttonous, right? So I'm laying there and I take a nap and then I get up. So I make me a little sandwich and I go through the commissary bag that homeboy dropped off. So I empty the contents on the bed, and it's half of that I gave him. I gave him about 8 items. It's only 5 items right here, and I'm missing 3. I'm missing 3 honey buns. So I get up and I bounce out the cell, right? And I see him down there watching TV. They got The Grinch That Stole Christmas, and they got what's that one what was it called? A Christmas Story or whatever, with the white boy, the little white boy that put his tongue on the slide or something, and his tongue got stuck on the side of the. Y'all remember that? Yeah. But they was watching that, so I bounced on them, and I'm like, I said, "Hey man, let me holler at you right quick." So he had this look of frustration on his face, like his face was all messed up. But I ain't give a fuck about that. So he followed me to my cell. I said, "Look, I just emptied this bag, and you 300 buns short. What's up with that?" He was like, "I don't know." I said, "What you mean you don't know?" He was like, "I mean, I gave you everything you gave me." I said, "Listen, man, don't fucking lie to me." He was like, "I ain't got a motherfucking lie to you." So I'm looking at him. I said, "Hey, listen, man, I don't give a fuck what happened with you and whoever earlier. You already burnt me on the tray, and now you trying to burn me on my 3 honey buns?" He was like, "Man, like I said, man," I said, "Look, man, tone that shit down, man. Tone your motherfucking voice. Lower your motherfucking voice." And he was like, "Man, listen, man, I gave you what you gave me. I gave you back." So I stood up, and he was like, "Man, listen, man, I ain't trying to fight you, man. I ain't trying to fight you, but I ain't no B. I ain't no B." I said, "So you ain't gonna go get my shit?" He was like, "Man, I gave you what you gave." Before he could even finish his sentence, y'all, I grabbed him by his collar and I pulled him real close to me, right? I said, and I got close to his ear. I said, "Listen, I don't know what you involved in, what deals you done struck, who you owe, who you don't owe, whatever happened. You owed me a tray. I gave you 8 items and you only bought me 5. Go get my 3 honey buns or I'm gonna kill you in this motherfucking cell." He was like, "Man, OG, man, So I knew it wasn't going nowhere. So I grabbed him even close, right? And I muscled him over here. So I keep a sword of justice in my peanut butter jar, right? Right there on the edge of my counter. So I muscle him over there. He like, "Oh, gee, what you doing? What you doing?" So I'm grabbing him by the mouth. I'm grabbing his mouth so he won't yell. Because at this point, I don't know, do he think that I'm trying to violate him? I don't know if he think I'm trying to, I don't know what he thought, but I guess he started panicking because I had him in a grip headlock and I was bringing him closer towards the back of my bathroom right here. Right? But I was just trying to get to the peanut butter so I can grab my knife out of there. So he's at this point panicking. So I just hurry up and throw him like towards the toilet, right? And I put my left foot out and I put it like towards his neck, hold him in place while he trying to move around and get out the way. So I opened up the peanut butter jar and I pull out the knife, right? So he like, "Please, OG." I said, "Shut up. Shut your motherfucking mouth. Shut your motherfucking mouth. Now, bitch, I told you, don't fuck with me. I told you, don't fuck with me. I told you from the get-go. When I gave you the motherfucking items, I told you, you better have my motherfucking tray. I don't want to hear no excuses, no talk." He like, "Man, OG, please, man, don't do this to me." I said, "Shut the fuck up. Get up. Stand up right now. Hurry up." He said, "OG, please don't do this to me. OG, please don't do it." I said, "Shut up. I don't want to hear that OG shit, man." I said, "I'm going to tell you something right now. What you got in your motherfucking cell, man? What do you got in your cell?" He was like, "Man, I don't really got much. I don't got much." I said, "Where the fuck is my other 3 honey buns? I know what I gave you." He was like, "OG, man, I ain't got." I said, "Let's go." Right? So when we get to my door, I'm like, "You better walk straight. You better not, you try to scream for help. I promise you I'm going to slit your throat right now. So we finna go to your cell right now." So I'm walking him down the tier. I'm 2 paces behind him. So we walking down there. We get to his cell and I just push him in. I said, "Hey, get my shit right now." Right? So he's standing there. I just push him out the way. And he like, "Man, OG, I ain't got nothing, OG." So I'm flipping this mattress. I'm going through all this stuff. So then I see a white box over here. Normally people would have like their mail in there or whatever. So when I get to the box, he's like, "Oh, gee, man, come on, man, I got my pictures and stuff in there." When I pull that box out and I pop the top, it's 5 honey buns right there. I said, "So you ain't got shit, right?" He said, "Oh, gee, come on, man. You know how the game is. You know how the game is." So I stood up and I grabbed him again. I pushed him against the desk or whatever. I said, "Listen, I don't know who you think you playing with, but you got the right one." So I put the knife like by his eye. He said, "Please, Oli, don't do it." I said, "I'm going to tell you something right now. I should take your eye. I should take your eye, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave you with a reminder not to fuck with me." And I gave him a horizontal $150 from the bridge of his eye, like where the cheekbone at, all the way down to his bone, his chin here, basically. And I put my hand on his mouth because he was trying to scream. He like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." And I said, "Don't fucking play with me no more." And I grabbed the 5 honey buns and I walked out. And I went back to my cell. About, I'm going to say, 10 minutes would go by. And the guard like, "Y'all lock it up. Yep. Y'all go ahead and lock it up. Go ahead and lock it up. Until I find out who cut this motherfucker, y'all on lockdown. Happy Thanksgiving." Let me tell y'all something. I got to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think I was wrong for cutting homeboy, for not giving me the tray and giving me back my items? I mean, I know it sounds real savagery. I get it. It is savagery. But at the same time, man, this is prison. If I let him get away with one thing, he just gonna keep doing shit, right? So I had to make an example, though, and I'm not trying to justify what I did. It's just I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, happy Thanksgiving. This is the prison story of the day. And again, my question to y'all is, what time do y'all eat Thanksgiving? We eating at 4:00. And what is your favorite Thanksgiving side or meat or whatever? Let me know in the comment section. And with that, y'all have a very happy Turkey Day. I'm out.